Good evening and welcome to K24 Sport. I'm Sean Osimbo Kasula. Now, professional football leagues around Europe are slowly gearing up for return to action amid the coronavirus pandemic. One player who is keen to go back to the pitch is Kenya under-23 international Alwin Terra, who plays for top-tier Georgian side FC Sabutalo. Alwin, who has already featured in the Champions League and Europa League qualifying, is a defensive midfielder and one of the fastest rising talents in the country. He now joins us live from the Georgian capital of Tbilisi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
How is Georgia, Alwin, and are things back to normal in Georgia?
Can't say it's completely normal, no, not yet. But there is some progress government is making, So at this moment, things are starting to normalize, but not that fully.
Yes. So quickly, who is Alwin Terra and how did you get into football? For just the viewers at home to actually familiarize with you.
Who is Alwin Terra? Actually, I'm from Ziwani.
Mm-hmm.
But they know me
Ziwa.
as Chambi.
Yes.
Ziwa,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I grew up mostly actually in Tarbo, but all my adults or my upcoming, mostly it has been in Ziwani, with all my friends.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about Laser Hill and football, how it connected and all the football that came out of it.
Oh, okay. So Laser Hill was like a bridge, a big bridge for me to come to Europe,
mm-hmm.
because it like exposed us into these school games, high school games, So, and in high school games, there is a lot of talent for sure, So that's the way maybe I got someone saw me and I just found myself out. But thanks to Shaban, who managed to took us there, so Coach Shaban.
Yes, yeah. And now let's just tell us the story behind your nickname Chambi. That is when you're playing for the Emerging Stars.
Okay, the story behind Chambi, it's a little bit funny though.
Mm-hmm.
It started back when I was in Tarbo. There it's a mixture of all kind of tribes. And Kalenjins, they have a problem of BNP.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them they have. And some people, they were saying like, okay, I'm growing up, I'm going to be like, in some time in future, I'll be a great person, I'll be a champion at some point,
Yeah.
So for Kalenjins, they could not mention champion, they were mentioning champion. So that's the way. Some people, they just managed to go with that champion, and that's how it managed to be Chambi.
Yes. Now let's go back to also football. Has training resumed for clubs participating in the Georgian League, and how is training being held during this COVID season?
Yes, I think all of the teams have resumed for sure, but not fully like you train all the team. We are training in groups,
mm-hmm.
because there is still some tests every player has to undergo in the next maybe 2 weeks before we even think of starting the league or anything. So the government is taking all precautions possible,
mm-hmm.
and you have to abide with it.
Yes, I know the new season was supposed to kick off in March, but because of COVID, it was actually pushed forward. Any news on when it will kick off?
Yeah. We informed yesterday that possibly it might resume on 1st of July or 4th of July. So we are waiting to see the exact date from the federation.
Yes, and you won the Georgian Super Cup with your club, FC Sabutalo. What does winning actually mean to you, and how does your club keep on emerging top year in, year out?
Okay, first of all, it's not easy for any player to win any cup or any title in a league or in a country.
Yes.
Be it Africa, be it in Europe, be it in Asia or America. not very easy to win. So it took a lot from the players, from the management, and from the coaches. It's all about sacrifice and all that hard work, because it's like all connected, from players to the coaches and to the president or directors. If I'm a player, I will do my part, and the president or the director will not do his part. It's difficult for you to win anything. So it's all connected, like from top to bottom.
Yes, and you have achieved so much. You're only 23, but you have also had the chance to take part in the Europa League and Champions League qualifying. How is the experience like, and how do you prepare for such huge and big tournaments?
Ooh, the experience is amazing for sure. Like, I think all the players, if you see the world player, the top players, they really, even if you want to make a transfer, you want to go to a club that plays Champions League or Europa League actually. So it was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing experience, I can say for sure, because I'm not like the best player, but I have that, I had that chance to play for it. And on the point of preparing it, I can't say that there is any special training you're going to have, like, okay. No, there is no that special training,
Yes.
It's all about psychology, how you prepare it psychologically, before the game. It's very, very important, because it's not something you participate every time. So when you're going for it, you're going to give everything. Like, this is it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we could not go to the group stages.
It's okay. I know it will be better for you next time. Now, let's come back home. Tell us about your experience with the Kenya Under-23 team, that is Emerging Stars, especially during the Tokyo Olympic qualifiers.
Oh, Emerging Stars. It's actually one of the best memories I have in playing at home, actually, because to wear that jersey for any category in the national team, be it under 17, be it under 23 or the senior team, it's really something that you have to be proud of as a player, as an individual, So it was a nice experience, but we all have our own mistakes. We could not go far. We only won like 2 matches, but I believe next time those will be there. They will do the big or amazing job, I'm sure.
Yes, and do you have any ambitions to play for the senior team, that is Harambee Stars?
Yes, I do. Actually, one of my best things I want to do in life is to just represent that senior national team of Kenya. That's like always my goal. It's always in my mind. And I'm really working hard for it. I'm sure I will. I will join there soon enough.
Yes, and I also understand you come from a football family, to say so. Tell us more about that.
Yes. I come from a football family. And, it's something that I was passionate about since when I was young. And it's something also I share with my brother. Apart from being brothers and all that, it's something we also share in common, So it's really something good, and I'm happy for that.
Yes, tell us about your brother a bit, so that I know people know him.
Okay, he's called Luis Terra, and they call him Chief. No, he's the chief. When you have the area, you have Mzee wa Mtaa, the chief, So he's the chief because he's so famous around Ziwani and all the places, I think. So he's a kind guy, by the way. If you meet him, you'll enjoy, can have time and chill and all that. He's a good guy to hang out with also, But I also wish him well, because now he's playing for FC Leopards, and I know he just joined recently and everything will be fine for him.
Yes, hoping that, I don't know, the FKF and KPL have had that tussle and the KPL is suspended. Yeah. So maybe he has to wait till next year. But anyway, let's just now get back to, let's quickly do a quick fire. Who's your role model in the football world?
My role model in the football world, He's a midfielder called from Ivory Coast called John Seri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says. I like his style of play because it kind of resembles the way I'm playing, you know.
Nice. Best player locally and internationally?
Hey, that's kind of difficult because internationally, there's a lot of great players, actually.
You have
you can know
a favorite?
Pick, but yes.
Uh-huh.
I love Cristiano Ronaldo, you know. He's perfect, he's superb. I'm a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. Hard work, mentality, and all this. I really love him.
Mm-hmm.
He's my best player. Locally, I will go with Musa Masika.
All right.
He's young, actually, and if you see the way he's playing, it's like he has been in the league for 5 years or more. You know, he plays like he's unexperienced. So
yes.
Locally, I'll go with Musa Masika.
Mm-hmm. One coach that you would want to work under or you want to work with going forward?
I would really want to work with Pep.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to work with Pep. I know he's very strict. He's very, very strict. He doesn't, care about anything. And he put players in the place where he's supposed to be, off the pitch and on the pitch. Most of the time, he's like there to guide them and everything. So I would really want to work with Pep Guardiola, maybe in the future.
Okay. Which team do you think it's the best club right now in the world?
The best club right now in the world, I'll go with the one that I like, Arsenal.
Okay.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Karen Karimi, our anchor, is cheering in the studio. Okay, which is your dream team? Happens to be Arsenal again? The one that you want to play for in future?
For sure, it's the team that I love for a long time since I was young. I love playing. I love the way they play and everything. So I really like to be in that sport sometimes in future.
Yes. Thank you so much for answering the quick fire. So let's just wrap it up on what's next for Alwin Terra. Just a quick message to your fans.
What's up for Alwin Terra? For sure, I have some private plan. I think everybody has that. But we don't know what the future holds for us in the future. So I hope for the best. And for my fans, I really thank them a lot for supporting me in any way possible. And I think I'll tell my people, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us, Alwin Terra. They are the Kenyan international who plays for under 23. That is emerging stars. They are actually the next players to look out for in the world of Kenyan football. Thank you so much, Alwin Terra, joining us from Tbilisi. That is the capital of Georgia. Now, let's move on and save the date. The English Premier League is back on the 17th of June. Manchester City will host Arsenal in one of the two games set for when the season resumes. The other match will be between Aston Villa and Sheffield United. Every club will have played 29 games after the two matches are held. This means that Liverpool look to be set to be crowned champions, their first top-flight domestic title in 30 years. The Premier League has been suspended since March 13th due to the coronavirus pandemic. And that's all we had for you today on K24 Sports. Karen, have you seen our rising talent?
Yes, and the fact that he loves Arsenal. I love Arsenal too. That's my favorite team. Thank you so much, Sean, for the sports, and thank you for watching K24 Evening Edition. I'm Karen Karimi. Walter Sewe is our sign language interpreter.
And I'm Sean Osimbo Kasila. Lovely.